They tried to get me to wear something ridiculous, but I said no. Ladies and gentlemen, this suit is typical of one worn by many of the great stand-up comedians of musical. One in particular, who was one of my favourites, a gentleman who was known in show business as the cheeky chappie, Mr. Max Miller. I had the pleasure of working with him on many occasions, including one of his wonderful seasons at the Metropolitan Musical, Edgware Road in London. If any of you are music hall buffs, I'm sure that tucked away at home somewhere, you've got an album called Max at the Met. That is Mr. Max Miller at his very best. He was a wonderful comedian, and I'd like to recall a couple of his old gags now, and also the song that Max wrote himself as his signature tune and used it for more than 50 years every time he walked on the stage. I wonder if you remember it. It's called Mary from the Dairy. It goes like this. Chappie. The things I say are snappy. That's why the pretty girls all care for me. I don't say things contrary. My love will never vary, 'cause Mary from the dairy fell for me. I fell in love with Mary from the dairy, but Mary wouldn't fall in love with me. Down by the old mill stream we used to sit and dream. Little did she know that I was thinking of a scheme. She said, let's pick some buttercups and daisies. Those buttercups were full of margarine. She slipped and then she fell down behind the wishing well, in the place that I once fell for Nellie Dean. Bob, you may wonder why I'm dressed like this, ladies and gentlemen. You may wonder why I'm dressed like this. I'm a commercial traveller and I'm ready for bed. I like the girls who do. Come on, hurry up. I like the girls who do. I like the girls who don't. I hate a girl who says she will and then she says she won't. But a girl I like the best of all, and I think you'll say I'm right, is a girl who says she never does, but she looks as though she might. Now, here's a funny thing now. Okay? Here's a funny thing. Little boy, he's about 5, he's going towards the door. His mother said, where are you going? He said, I'm going down the brothel. She said, I beg your pardon. He said, I'm going down the brothel, only 5. She went bang, 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 knocked him on the floor. Little boy got up. She said, where are you going? He said, I'm not going anywhere. Dad can go and get his own bloody hat. Yes! Come on out, like him, can you know? Little boy came home from school. He said, Mummy, how do lions make love? The mother said, I don't know, darling. Most of your father's friends are in Rotary. Go on down, like him, get it. Husband and wife going round the zoo looking at the animals. They come to the gorilla cage. Here's the husband and wife leaning on the rails looking at the gorilla. Here's this enormous big gorilla looking through the bars of the cage at the husband and wife. All of a sudden, without a word of warning, this enormous big gorilla puts his arms through the bars of the cage, grabs hold of the wife by the scruff of the neck, pulls her inside and starts chasing her around. Well, the husband, he's flabbergasted. His flabbers are absolutely gasted. He doesn't know what to do. Eventually, the gorilla catches up with the wife and starts tearing all her clothes off. Well, she's screaming like hell. You would, wouldn't you, missus? No, she's shouting, help, help, what shall I do, what shall I do? The husband said, oi, try telling him about your bloody headache. Yes! Come on, hell, like Here's my favourite, lady. I've got lots of jokes. This is my favourite. Have a listen. Imagine the scene if you could. Little old lady goes to the front door. Little old lady goes to the front door. Sunday morning, opens the front door, and there's 2 dogs on the front doorstep in a very embarrassing situation. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. So she thinks, oh my God, goes out on the front porch. Will you stop messing about? Don't do that, and get off and stop it. You dirty dog, don't do that. And these 2 dogs just carry on. So she thinks broom handle, goes inside. No, she doesn't, missus. Goes inside, gets the broom handle, comes back and gives him a bit of a prod. And these dogs just carry on regardless. So she thinks, bucket of water. Now this poor old darling, she's 92, 91, made myself alive for a year, goes inside, gets this enormous big bucket of water, straggles back to the front porch, tips it over these two dogs, and they carry on as if nothing had happened. She thinks, oh, blimey, what am I going to do? Sunday morning, friends coming round for morning tea. I'll have to ring the vet. So she goes inside and she rings the vet. She said, look, I'm awfully sorry to ring you on Sunday morning, so very early, but there's two dogs on my front doorstep in a very embarrassing situation. I've tried everything and I cannot shift them. The vet said, what have you done? She said, I've been outside. Will you stop messing about and don't do that? I've been and got the broom handle. I got a big bucket of water, tipped it over them, they will not stop. The vet said, go outside and tell them they're wanted on the telephone. She said, will that stop them? He said, well, it just bloody stopped me.